Elise, and this is Oscar. Alongside our children, Addie and Gus, we have sold up to travel and find our patch of paradise. Come follow our adventures as we make our way around Australia. Where are we?
At the zoo!
The meerkats. What are they doing? Okay, so for breakfast we normally have eggs, but it's just a bit tricky some mornings to do eggs. So we're gonna make, guys. Succeeding. They're so loud today. For breakfast we normally do eggs, but that's a bit tricky in the morning. I don't like cereal, but I do like bircher muesli. So we're gonna make some bircher muesli, put it in a big container, and then that way we've got breakfast every morning ready to go for me and Oscar if he wants it. So let's do it.
We're making a cooking show.
We're making a cooking show. Okay, so we're gonna make a big batch of it. It's kind of like one of Jamie Oliver's recipes and another recipe all mushed together. We don't really measure things out too much. We'll just whack it in and see how we go.
Yay!
Put your legs down. Alright. Start with some oats.
Good morning.
So that's about 300 grams, half the packet. So I'm making a big bulk one. Some chia seeds. Some LSA. Then normally at home when I'm making this, I make it with the Nudie brand, what's it called, apple juice. But I couldn't find any, they all had preservatives and crap in them. But I have a heap of apples, that actually need using up. So I'm going to grate them, and then all the juice from the apple will go in there, and that will kind of be my substitute for the apple juice. And it's a lot less sweet if you use grated apples rather than just putting in a whole heap of juice. So that's the next step. And then just to make it creamy, you can add some milk or coconut milk, whatever you like, almond milk. So we'll add some of that in, and all the apple that we just grated up. If you didn't add apple juice and you wanted a bit sweeter, maple syrup can be added, up to you. And we also like putting a little squeeze of lemon over the apples just to stop them from going brown, and it kind of gives it that tarty, yummy taste too. So that's a good tip to do. You can put some vanilla extract in it. We're keeping it simple and cheap, so no vanilla for us. Cinnamon can go in it too, up to you, depends what flavors you like. Dried fruit like cranberries, we don't do any of that. You can put seeds in it, but I like putting seeds in it afterwards. You like cranberries?
Yeah, I like cranberries.
So we put the seeds on top. So after we put it in the fridge and it soaks, just check on it after a few hours. It might need a bit more liquid depending how many chia seeds you put in there. And yeah, that's it. So tomorrow morning it'll be ready. We'll put some yogurt on it. We'll put some seeds on top. You can have some fresh fruit with it, whatever you like, and it's a nice, quick, simple, easy meal to have in the morning that's fairly good for you.
파란 하늘에 핑크빛 구름 눈에 보이는 모든 게
Pretty exciting. Our first beach. Where are we?
How will?
On the ground, look. The crab houses. Look, Eddie. Little crab houses.
Yeah.
When you step in the water, is it cold or warm? Is it?
Hello.
We made it!
The coast.
Finally, we're here.
Oh, there goes your bounce. Yeah.
Woohoo! Super stoked. So we've had 3 weeks, nearly 3 weeks inland. We are definitely beach people. We are so keen to be here. Driving into Ballina was just very exciting because we knew that we were at the coast.
I'm not going to get it now. It's too far out.
And yeah, what else is there to say? Bring on the next
bring on
6
the
months
coast,
of
please.
the coast.
Let's get some sun. Make my Irish skin turn red.
What happened?
Threw it out.
Go get another one. Aww. Look at that. Something about the car and van parked up against the bush, greenery, gum trees. Look at that. Lovely. Anyway, we're just parked up here for a few hours. Oscar's going to get the certification on the GVM upgrade, which you don't know about yet, but we'll sit down now and have a chat. So hopefully the kids will just be at the beach and hang out and play, and we can actually give you a proper update on what's been happening, where we're at, how the first couple of weeks are gone, and yeah, that'll be good. GVM upgrade, a few little things like that that had to get done. So we'll sit down, have a chat, tell you about that while the kids play, and give you a bit of an update. Okay, I've just opened the van up, and this is one of the reasons that we need to get the GVM upgrade too, is that in our tunnel boot we have some stuff that we won't be using all the time, but we really wanted to take. So one of them was the sup boards. We have 2 inflatable sup boards, and we've got some flippers and snorkeling gear and Oscar's spearfishing gear. So that's not stuff we'll use all the time, and it's taking up precious space in the tunnel boot. We're going to get that on the roof of the car in like a pod, but at the moment the car would be way over our GVM if we put them on top. So for the meantime, it just means that pack up and pack down will take a bit longer, because there's stuff that shouldn't be in here that should be in the tunnel boot, like our Osprey, which kind of just sits on the floor, Oscar's tool bag, and some of this stuff. So ideally we want to get into the van, and all we have to do is pack away and put up the coffee machine. And we didn't make our bed this morning, it's all a bit messy, we're in a bit of a rush, and besides that, get maybe my plant out, and that's it. So yeah, it'll make things a lot calmer and smoother once we get this GVM upgrade in terms of pack up and pack down and where Oscar's stuff goes. So that'll be great. The kids are happily playing at the beach. We've made it to the coast.
Until Fergus falls in the creek. Excuse me if I have to leave quickly.
Sprint. I guess the best place to start is from leaving Scone. So we left Scone and we went to the Weybridge.
Yeah, so perks of being a waste manager is I have Weybridges. So I nipped into work and ran the new Regan van over the bridge.
We just wanted to make sure that we knew our weights.
Yeah, so and that's all of our weights, guys. So not just your standard GVM of your vehicle, your ATM of your trailer, and your GCM of your combined trailer and tow vehicle, but we want to know axle weights too. The one that everybody forgets about is your axle weights as well. Each axle has a load rating. Don't forget about that if you're starting out. So we ran over the bridge. We were really probably pushing the limits on the Landcruiser's GVM and the rear axle in particular once the ball weight came down on the back of the 76.
Yeah, so the car alone was fine. The van alone was fine. Our total GCM was fine. But once we hooked the van up to the car with that extra tow ball weight, we were close, if not
slightly over. I'd suggest, particularly once you get your fridge in the back all loaded up, plenty of beer in that, and you just throw a couple of little bits and bobs in the back. And we went over the Weybridge fully loaded, so we had a full grocery shop, we had all our water on board, everything we were packing, so we literally packed the whole van, and before we went to our first stop at Mudgee, we went over completely loaded, so we knew that was going to be the heaviest really that we were ever going to be. So that was why we did that. Absolutely.
So we decided that we needed a GVM upgrade just to feel like we were a bit safer on the road, and that we could not have to think about our weights all the time with the car, because the Caravan was fine, that was under. And like we said, the GCM, the entire weight was fine. It was just the car.
Booked in after going out to Mudgee with TGM Northern Rivers. That
was the first place really we could get it done. So and let's just back up a bit too. The car was meant to come with the GVM upgrade. We didn't get it thinking, oh, we'll be right. We actually wanted a GVM upgrade on the car.
Pre-registration GVM.
A pre-rego one, yeah. But what happened was that the car came and they just did a 2-inch lift instead of actually doing a GVM upgrade. And we weren't going to say, no thanks, we don't want the car.
We'd waited for the vehicle already. With Toyota's placed a hold on Landcruisers, on all orders.
Yeah,
so there's no way that we weren't going to be taking our vehicle.
Yeah. So we said yes, took the car, and thought we'll just organise it afterwards. Then once we got it, we thought, oh, we'll just see if we really need it. And then once we kind of did the weights, we were like, oh yeah, we definitely think it's a good idea to get that done. So we're in Ballina now.
Hey guys.
So yeah, getting it engineered certified today.
Yes, so, but a quick shout out to Northern Rivers, TJM, the crew there, Jacob. awesome.
They were really good to deal with.
The big boss too. Speedy recovery on your snapped Achilles, mate.
So from Ballina, we're heading to Toowoomba. We do the flower festival there, and then we'll head to Sunshine Coast.
Yeah.
So, and then other plan that we have is to do a walkthrough on the van. So we'll do a walkthrough when the kids are good. It's just taken a good 2 weeks to kind of find our feet. People say it takes like a couple months, but I think we've settled in already.
To get our groove now.
The only thing that annoyed me was that I needed a place for everything. Like, I'm super organised. I hate clutter. So the first 2 weeks for me was just really key to find a spot for everything. And I'm sure I'll change it all once we get this GVM upgrade. We're going to get a pod on top of the car just to store things. And then once that's out of the tunnel boot, we can move some of the stuff from inside under the bed storage to the tunnel boot and just kind of do a bit of a reshuffle. But I needed it to be tidy, clean, like our clothes are labelled, everything's labelled.
But
that's me.
We'll take the opportunity to even just kind of cull again and review what we're even carrying. Like there's
like the Thermomix. I thought I really want that on the road, but I just don't see myself using it very often.
And just other little things.
Some tools, maybe.
Yeah, maybe offload a couple of tools that I thought that I may have needed, but probably now thinking I don't need. Even it might be a hard choice, but might need to offload the guitar.
Yeah, the guitar might go. It's just the guitar's light, but it's finding a spot for it. It's just we're constantly moving it. From bunk bed to our bed to the floor. Like, it's just kind of one of those things that get in the way.
It's a fragile kind of thing too. Like it's already copped a knock, so
it might stay.
It might stay. We'll keep you posted on that one.
But yeah, so far first 2 weeks. Doing well. Kids are sleeping all right. Gus is up at Sparrowfart. That's okay. Hoping that
he
will.
Slept in this morning. We got to
4:30
sleeping.
4:30 sleeping.
I'll take 4:30.
But they're in bed at 6:30, so we get mummy daddy time from then to when we end up clocking off, which for me is about 8 o'clock at the moment because we're up at 3-4 o'clock. But yeah, Addie's sleeping well. Fergus is doing well. They're kind of asking for their toys a little bit that we left behind, but I think now we're at the beach. They'll be heaps happier. Say hi.
Hey, dude. Say hey.
Oh, you don't like the camera. All right, that's us.
That's
Captain's log.
Yeah, Captain's log. 2 weeks in, day 14.
Day 14.
It's not day 14. It'll be day.
Ooh, good question.
How many days has it been?
It's been about 3 weeks. Day 21. Let's just call it day 21.
No, we can figure it out. Whoa, mummy nailed
21.
Captain's log, day 21.
Day 21, Captain's log. Finally hit the coast.
Yeah, baby.
Here to stay.
Giddy up.
눈에 보이는